Welcome to Type Fusion by Tams PsychAdvice. Today's topic is, are you stuck? Are you experiencing a setback and you can't figure out how to get out of it? It's so frustrating when you hit moments like this in your life. And I've actually talked to quite a few people who are feeling really stuck right now, or they're going through something in their life that's making them feel like they're going backwards instead of forwards. So there are people who can't find a job, or there are people who are stuck in a job that's making them feel very unhappy. There are people who are stuck in relationships. Could that be you? Like you're in a relationship and it just seems to not be going anywhere. You keep voicing things that are upsetting to you and the other person doesn't seem to change. How about finances? There are a lot of people who are struggling with money. There are all different types of ways that we can feel set back and stuck in our lives. And it's very frustrating because all we have are our own heads, our own minds, and we typically do the same things over and over again. And we wonder why we can't figure things out. You have to take some risks. You have to be patient. Maybe you're trying to overcome an illness. Sometimes it just takes patience, tenacity, and persistence. Maybe you want to lose weight, but it's taking forever. It's a slow process, and so it's easier to give up than to keep going. Or maybe you thought you'd be in a different place in life by now, and it's really frustrating. I know you're exhausted, but what's the alternative? You have to look up. You have to keep moving forward. It's okay to vent and express frustration. You can even take a journal and write down how you're feeling. Like take 5 or 10 minutes of your day and express those feelings and then move on from that and see what you can do differently. Because I bet you if you look at your journaling pages, those even have a pattern. So you're stuck in that same pattern. So write down your frustrations and your complaints and leave some space, and you're going to confront those irrational beliefs. And you're going to give yourself some reasons why some of the things you're saying are not logical, or they're impractical, or a different spin or way of looking at things. So if you are set back in some area of your life, make sure that you take good care of yourself. You want to make sure that you are connecting with other people, ask questions, find out how other people have gotten out of the ruts that they've been in. You got to make sure that you are being as responsible as you possibly can be. Sometimes people will say, well, I can't pay my bills anyway, so I'm just going to buy everything I want. To have a positive attitude and believe that at your core, you are capable. You can do it. And then you also want to look at other people, find other models. And a lot of times you'll hear people say a setback is just a setup for something greater, because it can make you appreciate life differently. It can make you appreciate those little things that we take for granted. It can make you dig deeper into a part of yourself that you didn't even know existed and do something great. Don't get stagnant. Find another way to pull yourself up. Keep believing in the miracles for your life, even when it is extremely hard to do. But you got to give yourself time in this situation. Impatience can slow things down, fatigue you, and work in the opposite way. You also want to step out of your comfort zone. We all want to be the exception to the rule. None of us want to experience a setback, but in this life, everybody is going to experience some type of setback. And let's look at the bigger picture and commit to seeing yourself through the situation from start to finish. So let's explore a few Myers-Briggs types and how they get stuck and how they can get unstuck. ENFP. When sensing that a problem is developing, they'll examine all the opportunities that are available to them and try many new ideas. If this does not work, they may withdraw and try to sort through their feelings to get back on track. They need something to get excited about to move them out of the rut. ISFJ. When they're stuck in a problem, they sift through their past experiences and find a strategy that applies to the situation at hand. They'll aim to serve the good of all in their decision making. As their frustrations deepen, they may withdraw from others and go into introvert world as they attempt to analyze the problem from different angles to gain understanding. They can begin doubting and second guessing themselves. They may become confused about which decision would be the correct one when they can't dig themselves out of a rut. They need to move back into a positive state and reflect on what has worked for them in the past. ESFJ. When stuck, they'll try to take action in a way that will make the people in their lives the happiest and create order. Which courses of action have worked best in the past? They'll ask themselves. They may feel desperate to try any idea that may work. They may become cynical, harsh, and lash out at others. They may go against who they truly are and drop responsibilities. It's important for them to recognize the impact they can have on those around them and regain their sense of usefulness and reconnect with the people around them. INFP. When they get stuck, they may pull away from others and spend a great deal of time alone as they work through which of their morals and values can help them through the situation. They will brainstorm. They'll consider what has helped them in the past. As they try to make logical choices, they may feel frustrated as their creativity fades. They need validation and to feel appreciated and admired, and to return to their creative pursuits. ENFJ. When stuck, they'll try to find a solution that will have the best outcomes for everyone. They will delve deeply into introverted intuition and get input from a variety of people. They'll test out and eliminate several options. They may become overly analytical and less empathetic. They may be less compassionate and more harsh as they figure out a way out of the frustrations. The way to get unstuck is to connect with people who care about them and remember how they contribute to society and work towards meaningful goals. ESTJ. When they get stuck, they'll immediately search out a practical solution and apply it. They'll try to reestablish order. If their tried and true methods do not work, they try to find new strategies. If they can't make their way out, they can become hypercritical of themselves. They may delve too deeply into rules and morals and judging others too harshly and speaking their opinions. They may stop being objective and behave in an uncharacteristically rash way. The way out is to return to their natural competence and decisiveness. They'll need to begin to toy around with what's practical and reorganize. ISTJ. When they get stuck, they'll have a strong desire to nip the problem in the bud and solve it as quickly as possible, reduce chaos, and do damage control. They may get carried away into negative possibilities. Unfortunately, they may start to distrust their own methods of attacking a problem, especially if too many people are in their way. They may feel overwhelmed by their commitments. They need to pull away from some things in order to gain peace and clarity again. They need to go inward to regain strength as they value structure, duty, and doing things the right way. They can feel useless. They will need to reestablish their place and understand how their knowledge base can help them to make an effective contribution to the world around them. ENTJ. When they get stuck, they will seek out a tangible solution to find order and execute it. They will look at a myriad of ways to take action. If they continue to not find a suitable solution, they can become overly stressed and try to hone in on details that can help them pinpoint any problems. Instead of being highly logical, analytical, and thorough, they can become indecisive and defensive. In order to get unstuck, they need to reconnect their need for productivity and efficiency. They need to focus on the vision they have for the future and find tangible ways of working toward it. And ENTP. When they get stuck, they try to generate as many ideas as possible, which can sometimes serve as a welcome distraction. They will delve into alone time to try to find inconsistencies. If they still can't figure it out, they may become too cautious and try to make the safest choices possible. They will stick to what they know. They will need to re-engage and take on new projects and goals and reconnect with people who can challenge them intellectually, delving back into their energetic nature. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.